We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, hitting a dip area for the first time on November 17th since way back here on November 9th, based off 42 Vision, and it's completed a full transition here from yesterday to today in the pre-market, and we're going to break down what's going on here. But within today's volatility, our SPY bot sent out a bear indicator at 9:35 a.m. and from that moment forward, the outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness there on 42 Vision, and put options went up 200% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge over the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 Vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY in a complete transition here on 42 Vision from the dip to the rip, and it's been pulling back down here in today's price action. Hit red bars here, didn't complete the transition to white with red borders, and trying to bounce back up. We're going to break down what's going on here in today's charts and our inflow versus outflow. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunities that were mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run of the day was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on in the pre-market and receive this edge and clarity of the charts, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. And by joining, you'll become part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the first home run was from our Tesla bot. Our Tesla bot sent out a bear indicator at 9:35 a.m. and from that moment forward, the outflows continue to stay below the midpoint. They crossed to the downside, pure weakness on 42 Vision, and put options went up 300% plus within an hour, guys. And our second home run was PXMD. We caught this one in the pre-market sitting sideways, and it got a bull indicator, full strength there towards the bell, and after the bell, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, and it hit a highest point of 20% plus, guys. If you guys want to know about these stocks early on in the pre-market and receive this edge and clarity of the charts, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. So here we are with the SPY pulling back for most of the day after having a complete transition here on 42 Vision. And if it's your first time here on the channel, white with red borders is what we call the dip area, and the full transitions go back up to red with green borders, dark green, and bright green is the rip area, right? So it allows us to see the dips from the rips, and you could see here how we had overextended into a huge rip area here that was eventually going to slow down because we had hit a dip area here back on November 9th, full transition back up, and the transition back down happened right here, and we just had a small transition of a bounce back up from way down here at 390s to 398, and here it is, fighting to stay above the support of 395. And in today's video, we're going to pull up the bull and bear indicators in the inflow versus outflow, which you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 Vision indicator, getting connected over to the bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY having this bull indicator from yesterday get canceled on the 30-minute with a bear indicator today at around 395, and it's trying to bounce back up, and the outflows were dominating all day since the bell. Once they crossed over, it went even further down because from the bell to the point where it actually had to cross over, it fell from 398 to 396, and that big drop there with that bear indicator from 395 to 393 was when those outflows started to dominate. They slowed down, found support, the inflows picked up, got back over the midpoint, and towards the end of the day went from 393 to back to 396, almost 397, erasing the whole entire volatility to the downside, right? And bouncing right back up. Now we have some key levels to watch as inflows are back above, and here it is trying to fight in this consolidation between 394, 393, and 396 to 397. And we're going to break that down in today's video and what the 1 hour is showing as well. And within the volatility, you could see here the 15-minute outflows dominated for most of the day. Got a bear indicator, and a bull indicator has popped up here towards the end of the day. And once these inflows picked up, and so far they're above the midpoint, but it's going to be critical to watch these outflows, and we're going to break that all down here with the key levels to watch in today's video. So the first thing is here, the 30-minute, it's back under a bear indicator, slightly above where that bear indicator popped up. So going into Monday, it's going to be crucial to see if these inflows could continue going higher and staying above the midpoint to continue to reflect strength into the chart and cancel this bear indicator in the process with a bull indicator popping up. Now, let's look at the 1 hour here so you guys could see what's going on here. So in yesterday's video, the outflows had started to cross down, and I stated it could have a hidden divergence in the charts if it continued, and there it was. Even though that bull indicator popped up, this is a very weak one because it was under the midpoint. The outflows were dominating, and guess what happened? Just as fast as it went up, it came right back down to those key levels, closing yesterday and that bull indicator, and the outflows dominated all that time. Once the inflow started to pick up towards the second half of the day, that's when it picked up from 393, went back up to 397, and right now on the 1 hour, the inflows are dominating again. This is going to be critical to watch because the last two times that the inflows have picked back up, look what's happened. It falls right back down, and same thing right here. Picked itself back up here in the pre-market, and then it just collapsed towards the bell, and then the outflows and the inflows were battling there in yesterday's price action, right? On the 1 hour, it still had not crossed back up, but now within all this movement, it's starting to form a staircase effect. So it's going to be very critical to watch going into next week that these inflows start to pick up, but not just stay above it, but pull away from the midpoint to the upside. And based off the history of the chart, it has room to go back up to 7.05 or even up towards 15. Not guaranteed to go up to those levels, but currently sitting right now at 0.91. And the most recent highest point was up here at 1.83 back here on November 15th when it was back up towards 403 and started to reject since then. And you can see that full transition again from the rip area to the dip area. This is the first dip area that we see on the 1 hour in days as well, and it's pushing itself back up. So it's going to be critical to see if these transitions continue because it did hit a dip area yesterday, bounced back up today within the volatility, and the last part of the transition is missing, and that is bright green. It's not guaranteed to hit that, but the possibility is there if this strength continues, and especially with this staircase forming up here and these inflows on the 1 hour getting back up over the midpoint. Now, on the 30-minute, the first support is 394, below that is 393, and then back down towards 390 as that's where it's found its support, and it hit a dip area recently. And to the upside, I'm going to be watching 397, and if 397 gets broken through, the next level is 398, and above that is 400, and then we're talking about 403 and 405 again. Especially back over 400, the bulls are putting up a fight, and they could start gaining traction again. Not guaranteed, but it's a psychological level in the charts right now, and the inflows are back up on the 15-minute as we see it here, on the 30-minute, and also on the 1 hour as we see it playing out. Now it needs to stay above on the 1 hour and pull away from it as we stated earlier in the video. And on the 30-minute, we want these inflows to dominate and continue pushing up. And those are the key levels to watch to the downside and to the upside. And we want this bear indicator on the 30-minute to get canceled by a bull indicator. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.